Hi, my name is Michelle Gellis. I am an acupuncture physician, and I am going to be doing this short presentation for the American Acupuncture Council on choosing safe and effective cosmetic tools for your treatment space. And this will be part one of a two-part lecture. So go to the first slide, please. Sorry. So, a little bit about me. I have been teaching cosmetic acupuncture for a little over 20 years. I'm on faculty at Yosan University, and I have recently published a book, which, let's see, you can, let's see, this way, you can see what the book looks like. It's a hardcover book, and it is called Treating the Face. Oh, thank you. It is over 500 pages of color images and information about treating the face, 5-element acupuncture, cosmetic acupuncture, neuromuscular acupuncture, facial motor points, scalp acupuncture, submuscular needling, facial cupping, facial gua sha, microneedling, red light therapy, skin care, and self care. And you can get the book from my website, facialacupunctureclasses.com. I know a little bit about buying tools for treating the face because when I am treating patients, I have a few different tools that I use, and I have a business where I actually have designed and sell tools. Um, but I have spent a lot of time looking into different tools and devices and their efficacy and their safety. And in order to save all of you a lot of time, I thought I would just put together some really good information on what you should look for when you're deciding what sort of tools to bring into your treatment space. Some of the tools that I use in my treatment space that are very popular are microneedle pens, derma rollers, hydro rollers, hydroneedles, facial cups, facial gua sha tools, and red light devices. For today's lecture, I am going to talk a little bit about each one of the tools, their benefits, some considerations that you might have when you're looking into these tools, and then also safety concerns. So first is microneedle pens. These are relatively new devices. They've been around for 20, maybe 30 years, but essentially they call them pens because they look like a pen, and at the uh, tip of the pen are tiny little needles that vibrate in and out, and they puncture the skin, and they cause microtrauma to the skin. And when this microtrauma happens, it causes the skin to remodel to produce collagen, and it can be really effective for things like fine lines and wrinkles. And the treatments are very fast. It doesn't take very long, about 20 minutes to treat the entire face. You can also use these on the neck, the chest, the back of the hands, pretty much any part of the body. But you do need to be trained in how to use them. It's not intuitive how to do microneedling. And they're really just treating skin level concerns. Another concern with these is sterilization. So when we talk about safety, we'll talk about that. Another device is derma rollers, and derma rollers are similar to microneedle pens in the way that they work, However, these are manual. Microneedle pens either run on battery or you plug them in, or some of them are both. And these devices, you just hold them in your hand and you roll them on the skin, and they have tiny needles which penetrate the skin, which help to stimulate collagen and will also help to exfoliate and increase the absorption of any products that you might put on the skin. They're not going to be as precise as a microneedle pen, and they can't always be sanitized as well. With the microneedle pens, you throw the tips out after you use them, the tip. But with the derma roller, you tend to use it over and over again, not from patient to patient, but if you're doing these as in-office treatments, you can use the same device on a patient multiple times. A hydro roller is very similar to a derma roller. As you can see here, there are tiny little needles on this device, and this glass container at the bottom gets filled with serum, and you roll it on the skin and it infuses the serum right into the skin. So the benefit is you're really combining two treatments into one. You're getting the stimulation of collagen and you're getting the absorption of the product, but it's really going to be limited as far as how much serum it can hold. A hydroneedle is very similar to a hydro roller, but this is more of a stamping device. So it has these tiny little needles with a little plunger, and you fill the reservoir with serum, and then you would stamp it into the skin. So it's very precise delivery, and but you just want to use it in specific areas. Facial cups are wonderful. They're a great add-on to cosmetic acupuncture treatments. They help to stimulate blood flow and qi to the face. They're non-invasive. They don't hurt. But you do want to make sure you get trained in using them. You don't want to leave any bruises or cause any injury to your patient's face. Facial gua sha tools are made, I like the ones that are made out of jade. Jade is very much a part of our medicine, but they can be made out of various different materials, and they can also be made in different shapes. And the benefit to using them is they can help with lymphatic drainage, and they can break up fascial adhesions, and they can really sculpt the face if someone has like puffiness under their eyes. If their jawline is sagging, you can use a gua sha tool for this. Again, you want to make certain that you are properly trained. Red light devices are, again, something that are a little bit more modern than, let's say, our acupuncture needles. And they come in different forms. Here we have one that just sits on the table. And then this one is a freestanding device, and each one has its benefits. These tend to be the ones that just go on the table tend to be less expensive. The freestanding ones are more flexible. You can move them anywhere around, and it just, the important things to look for, we'll talk about in a little bit, but they are pain-free, they're non-invasive, and they can heal with a lot of skin level issues. And some of them even have settings for pain. Safety first. Most importantly, when you're looking at devices, you really want to take into account, are these devices safe as well as effective? because there are a lot of devices for sale in many places, online, on TV, at your local cosmetics shop, or uh, wherever you shop. It seems that they have all different types of devices. So you really want to make certain that what you're getting is safe. So first I want to talk about microneedle pens. And the things that are important with a microneedle pen are the needles themselves, because those are the real powerhouse of the device. So the microneedle pen needle cartridge, which is disposable, the needle should be made out of stainless steel or titanium. And then, so the stainless steel stainless steel keeps them strong, and the titanium keeps them strong. And very few people are allergic to titanium. So it's good if the needles are made out of that. And also, the motor of the pen itself, you want to make certain those needles are going up and down at least 16,000, preferably 18,000 RPM, because you don't want the device to be dragging on the skin. You want to make sure that these cartridges get firmly attached into the pen, and also make certain your pen is CE certified for safety and reliability. And you can even check with the American Acupuncture Council. The American Acupuncture Council has approved the AcuLift microneedle pen for use in the treatment room. Also, anti-backflow technology means that not only do you have 3 connectors on the tip, but also on the inside of the pen, there's 3 places where it connects, and that the cartridge itself clicks on and stays in very tightly. For derma rollers, again, titanium, stainless steel, very important for durability and safety. And you want to make sure these needles are lined up and that there are enough needles on the roller so that your patient doesn't have a lot of pain. If there's too few needles on the roller head, then they can have pain when they're being rollered. The handle should be well constructed, should fit well, feel well in your hand, and you want to make sure that it rolls smoothly. It shouldn't be dragging on the skin. With the hydro rollers, there's a lot of concerns as well, especially since you're using these devices over and over again. So you want to make sure once you put the serum in that this reservoir is sealed well. Again, needles that are either stainless or titanium. And with the hydro rollers, having them gold plated can add an additional layer of it being hypoallergenic, microbial, added durability, wonderful for conducting serums and um, making sure that your device has well-made needles for precision and for comfort. And gold can help with the healing response. So these are all things to look for. And then when you're buying one of these devices, you want to make sure that it's packaged properly, that it's sealed, and that it's sterilized. Many of the same concerns that we have with hydro rollers, we're going to have with hydro needles. So the material and that the top screws on tightly, sterile packaging, easy to clean. So the top should be able to come off. You can throw it in with some sanitizing tablets. And again, the gold over titanium needles. For facial cups, The cups that I like are the glass cups. You don't want them to be plastic or silicone. They can drag on the face. You want to make certain that everything that's involved here is non-toxic, and cupping sets that have at least two different size cups, because these are smaller cups. They're only, just for comparison, the larger cup, the opening is about the size of a dime, so they're pretty small. With the gua sha tools, I already mentioned, I love jade. If you're using gua sha tools that look like this, make sure they're actually made out of jade and not green glass. They should have a smooth finish. They should feel cool in your hand, be chip resistant. And if you can find out where they're sourced, ethical sourcing is also a nice bonus. For the red light devices, when you're looking at quality and safety, you want to make sure that they have a minimum of 630 nanometers. 850 is where you're going to be getting into those pain settings, consistent power, and it should have some sort of heat management. If the device itself does get warm, which it shouldn't, you should still be safe to touch it, and look for something that's durable, that's sturdy, that's not a flimsy device. Okay, so we've talked a little bit about the different devices and safety. And next time, we are going to talk about some more practical considerations, ease of use, matching the tools to different skin types and different treatments, and also integrating different technologies. How do you integrate all of these different devices? So thank you so much. And I want to thank the American Acupuncture Council for this opportunity. Again, my book is available right now only through my website in the US. If somehow you're catching this in another country, check with your local booksellers online. Um, we have some distribution going on internationally. Thank you so much.